The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
And this offensive line, they're going to have to be a lot better than they were right there. We certainly won't measure them just by one play, but they've definitely got a big challenge ahead of them in this one because this defense, they love to run blitz, and they clog up the running lanes.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A look at the defensive starters now for the Raiders. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 18 carries, 62 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he was starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
Keep playing.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get, and then the players in the staff right now, pride.
Let's go now.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Right there, in the middle, 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. Shrugs him off.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Second quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they go option to the right. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And Vick's throw there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Dobbs. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after. That last catch good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Dobbs is throwing. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Dobbs now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run it with Jacobs into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 58 right there. And here we go. Watch the pass.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal.
58, come on.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Dobbs to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
good move. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
50, plant. Check 55, Mike.
They go quickly here out to Doxson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 44.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dobbs. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Dobbs. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And give them a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mack. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This time they'll throw it with Vick to the right side to Eric Ebron. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
A first down throw coming for Vic. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
QB's trash. Let's go. 49, check 42.
Throwing again. Vic. And that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Vic on 4th down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Well, he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 58 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S. Because I don't care if you're a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Vic readies to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vic. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check back.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Again, it's Edwards. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conlon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, stating the obvious, this is going to be one that the rookie quarterback is going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And what quarterback has not gone through this in their rookie year?
Yeah, they all have. I guess it's cliche, but these are the ones you hope to grow from, right?
It's just part of life on the road in the NFL. He has to learn from it and grow.
Down. 180. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Oakland, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our